Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Maryland Drawing Show. Today we're going to be doing Lamy Crystal Benotoite. But first I have to fix this jar. Maryland, why are you putting lube on a jar? Because I want it to have an easier time closing, because this jar is like really... See now, watch, listen. Super smooth closing. A little bit of silicone lubricant and clean rim makes for nice closing. Okay. I have not done any of the things, and if you're here from Larry's Fountain Pens, thank you so much for subscribing. I hope that you guys enjoy this channel. I hope that you guys find it informational, educational, and entertaining for you. Okay, I have to move that out of the way. Alright. And I have one page left of this journal, and then I have to retire it. Today is Lamy Crystal Benotoite. Hi Kathy, how are you doing today? Are you having a nice day? I have a couple of bottles that have done that. Yeah, if you have a bottle and it's crunchier on the outside and you find that it's just really difficult to open, we're going to go on a side tangent just for a moment, okay? So, you take and you open it up, and it's all crunchy around the inside rim. And it's all crunchy. Take some paper, some toilet paper. I'm going to try and move this. There. So, take some toilet paper and some rubbing alcohol. And clean the rim really good, so that way you'll just know when it's clean enough. Make sure and hold the bottle real good, because you don't want it to go springing anywhere funny. So just clean it real good so that it's super duper clean. Okay. Now this is personal lubricant that I use for my fountain pens because I like the piston, the action of it. It's ID Millennium silicone lubricant. I use it for my fountain pens, and I just take a Q-tip. I'm almost out of Q-tip. Make sure it's nice and tight, and you just do a little tiny drop, and then you rub it on the top and the bottom of the threads. Okay, and then you go and you wash this out in the sink. Make sure there's no crunchy things in there. Okay. Make sure it doesn't have any crunchy things in there. So it's semi-clean. And then make sure that it's And then it should just, as soon as you get it on there, you should be able to just spin it and it should go right on. And there you have a nice opening jar. And I do that with my plastic ones. And I do that with all my jars. So that way I have nice, clean feeling jar opening bottles. That spinning action doesn't work with the gummy silicone. It only works with the liquid silicone. So, just so you know. It also works with the kind that comes with the TWSBI Eco. It has a little bottle of liquid silicone. That it works with that too. So, I hope that helps. Okay, now that I've rambled on, ramble. I'm going to do if it will let me have some. Okay. Lamy Crystal Benotoite. Somebody's writing me a message. Okay. What is it in? It's in the purple Himalaya. Okay, so went out to breakfast this week with my friend doing laundry. Planted some spinach and onion seeds in the garden before it started raining. Cool. B-E-N-I. B-E-N-I-T. O-I-T-E. Benotoite. Oh, I didn't finish today. Ah. Excuse me. This isn't going to be cooperative, is it? Nope. I broke the little piston on my Fountain Pen Revolution Himalaya. I need to I need to buy two new pistons. I need to get some clean water. I will be right back. That's more of a blue, or a blue-black than a gray. I don't know why I thought it was gray. I may have gotten a little overzealous with the drops. trying to bend the other way, and I don't want it to bend the other way. Don't bend the other way. I'm busy. Try something different today. All right. Put this over here to marinate for a while. All right, let's do some paper review. Oh, I'm all out of paper. Okay, so I'm going to have to switch to look at all of the inks that I've done with this 180 sheet book. That's amazing. This book has lasted me years. I've had this for at least 3 years. So now we're going to actually go into a pen and gear memo book from Walmart.com. I don't have as many pages on this, but it's the same stuff. One, two, three, 4, 5. gonna be cooperative, aren't you? Four, five. One, two, three, four, five. This one's all full up. Ow. Two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four, five. Two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four, five. I'm running out of room. Help. One, two, three, four, five. I need a bigger desk, that's what I need. One, two, three, four, five. I've looked at bigger desks from IKEA, and the one that I'm using currently, this is a how did they put it? It's a economic dinner table. It's very small. I'm reluctant to put this in the rotation of pens, but 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're going to do this one. Ma'am. Staples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hi, Andy B. How are you doing today? I want to ask you, are you still doing your lives at 45 after 2 my time? 2:45? Terribly sorry I haven't been in lately. Been very busy. 4, 5. Terribly busy. I have barely even had enough time to write a letter. I wrote a letter yesterday at 11:45 p.m. Two, 3, 4, 5. Hi, Gristle. How are you doing today? Are you having a nice day? Good, thanks. Yeah, I go live in about an hour. Cool. I'm doing very well. I just did a live Zoom call with Larry's Fountain Pens Zoom Hangout, telling them about my fountain pen and calligraphy journey. I kind of rambled on a little bit, and we will see how good it comes out. I probably just looked like a nervous Nelly, and no one wanted to ask me any question, which I felt kind of sad about. But, you know, what are you gonna ask? 4, 5. Well, I've always been famous. Just trying to inch my way up on the internet ladder, that's all. 3, 4, 5. Two, 3, 4, 5. I gotta tell you, this Crown Mill stuff is rough. That's like hot press watercolor paper. Oi. Okay. Now I have to put all the papers back in order again. Okay. There was another one that I wanted to do. Did I put it in here? No, I didn't. What did I do with it? The stuff. Oh. It's Oxford optic paper. Oxford optic paper. Oh, Tish. Oh, I did do it. Okay. Wand. I swear, sometimes I think I would lose my arse if it wasn't attached. No, for a fact, I know I would lose my arse if it wasn't attached. Okay. Now that I have my neat little tower, see my neat little tower? Okay, I'm gonna do this water resistance test now. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. Oops. Do have peas a little more than an inch, and the tomatoes I planted indoors have sprouted. Not too often, although when we get really cold weather, it is generally accompanied by a cold east wind. Okay. Which of these looks better? I think this one looks better, but it's ripped. I don't know how it got ripped. So it looks like we're just going to have to deal with this one for now. Pen, no. No. Oh no, I don't know who sent me this one. Kathy, did you send me this one? You probably did. It's just not on the list. Lamy Crystal Topaz. Okay. This was last Monday, wasn't it? The 6th. 2, no, 3, 6, 22. Did you put it in a Lamy pen? Or did you put it in a non-Lamy pen? Yes, it came with the Lamy. You got a Lamy blue pen, and you put Lamy blue in the Lamy pen, and it's dry. Does that mean that it's not coming out of the pen, or that it feels dry on the page? Are you skipping? There's a thing called water retention, and it means that the surface of the water is thicker than the underneath, what's underneath. So there's like a layer that's on top that's keeping the water in tension. So you might have to add just like a droplet of water to it in order to make it go. Sometimes, as you know, I have little jars of wee. So I would suggest that you go buy yourself a little jar of wee and fill it with water. And when your pen is dry, you just dip your pen in the water. Make sure that you have some sort of paper plate or something near it, under it, so that way it doesn't, or you can dab it with a napkin or a tissue. If you don't want to go that route, then the best thing that I can tell you is to take oh boy, I'm so glad I got these. If I could just pick them up. You get yourself a toothpick, and you say you're washing a bowl, and you use dish soap, and you just run the toothpick through the bubbles. Now, take into consideration, this is just for your pen. Don't put it in the bottle of ink. It will ruin your bottle of ink with other pens. So, whatever's in your cartridge, take the cartridge out, take your toothpick, dip it through the bubbles, and then dip it into the cartridge, and that will break the water tension. Does that make sense? It'll break the water tension and it'll flow more smoothly. However, just take into consideration that it will change the way that the pen writes. It will be very wet and it will be very flowy. And when you're done, do not put that ink back in the bottle. Do not put that ink back in the bottle. Just whatever, if you don't want it in the pen anymore, just maybe only use it as in a dip pen, or you take a sample like a 2 ml and put it in an empty sample vial, and then you can put a little bit of dish soap in that one. But make sure you label it, because otherwise you will ruin your good sample if you find that you don't like it anymore. So For example, say that no, this is not a dry nib. I have a Lamy pen. I could just show you the other hack. No. So the thing that not a lot of people know about Lamy pens is you can take the nib off, okay, and you can take the feed out to clean it, okay. You might have to use a rubber grip to get it off. What the hell is my... Might have to have a little rubber grip to get it out. Okay. Then you take your thumb on the top of the feed and you push the feed, holding it from the sides. Gently hold it from the sides and then push the top of the feed out. And this little bit will come out. And this will make your channel super duper huge wet 2000. So, and then don't lose this little bit. Put it somewhere safe. I have a little tin that I keep my things that I don't want to lose in. And then you just put the nib back on it. And then you stick that in your pen. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing this with normal inks, but if you have like a shimmer ink that you want to use with your Lamy, then that is how you can get more flow out of your Lamy nib. So, I hope that helps. How am I doing on juice? 64%. Okay, so. You're so welcome. So glad I could be of service. Alright. Alright, let's do the review, shall we? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show. Today we're doing a blue-black ink from Lamy, Lamy Crystal Benotoite. Thanks go out to Gary and Kathy Scott for providing the sample for this review. Today, this is our comparison panel. It has some nice shading. It has some really nice shading going on. Here is our ink swatch. And our water resistance test shows that this might not be an ink that you want to put on the outside of an envelope, for it may wash off. Here is our ink splotch postcard that will make a wonderful postcard one day. And here's our toilet paper chromatography, and all I see is this blue-black, and maybe like hints of a lighter shade of gray in there. But other than that, it didn't do anything fancy. So, alright, let's do some paper review, shall we? This is the Pen and Gear Memo Book from Walmart.com. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. I would totally use the backside of this paper. This is passport size traveler's notebook lightweight paper. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. I would totally use the backside of this paper. Now, it doesn't say on the website that this is Tomoe River, but this sure feels like Tomoe River. Excuse me for just a second while I mute those people. I'm busy. Go away. Alright, this is this is moleskin. Ugh. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. I would totally use the backside of this paper. Rhodia dot pad 80 GSM, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. I would totally use the backside of this paper. Kathy, when you sent me those paper samples, is this Rhodia dot pad that you sent me? It kind of looks like Rhodia dot pad, but the dots are smaller. And they're blue and not black. I don't know. I was just wondering. I don't know what this is. But I like it though. Anyway. Okay, this is super light traveler's notebook paper. No feathering. You can totally see through this paper. But I don't see any no ghosting, what I would call ghosting, but this paper is completely transparent, so it's difficult to tell if it's coming through or not. So, take that for what you will. Fabriano Icoqua, 85 GSM. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. I would totally use the backside of this paper. .52 GSM Tomoe River paper. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. I would totally use the backside of this paper. Ayush 100 GSM paper. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. I would totally use the backside of this paper. Jot Journal from the Dollar Tree. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. I would totally use the backside of this paper. The Premier Premium Journal from the 99-cent store. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. I would totally use the backside of this paper. That is shocking. That didn't go through. That's amazing. Everything goes through on Premier Premium Journal, even though it's not premium. Clairefontaine, 90 GSM. Oh, don't notice my fat finger swipe. No feathering. No bleeding, no ghosting. I would totally use the backside of this paper. Oxford Optic paper. No feathering. No bleeding, no ghosting. I would totally use the backside of this paper. Nemesine 80 GSM. No feathering. No bleeding, no ghosting. I would totally use the backside of this paper. Lamy booklet 90 GSM. No feathering. No bleeding, no ghosting. I would totally use the backside of this paper. Exceed 100 GSM heavyweight paper. No feathering. No bleeding, no ghosting. I would totally use the backside of this paper. Unison composition book from Target for 50 cents. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. I would totally use the backside of this paper. Oh my tower's getting kind of tall over here. True Red wide ruled notebook from Staples. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. I would totally use the backside of this paper. Staples Arc Notebook. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. I would totally use the backside of this paper. Oxford College Rule paper. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. I would totally use the backside of this paper. Mead wide ruled notebook paper. Feathered like a chicken. Ghosted through the page. I would not use the backside of this paper. HP Premium 32-pound copy paper. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. I would totally use the backside of this paper. CVS Caliber notebook paper. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. I would totally use the backside of this paper. And last but not least, Original Crown Mill paper. 100 GSM. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. I would totally use the backside of this paper. Well, that's a lot of paper. Let's do an comparison panel. I don't know if I have many inks that match this, so we're gonna go with blue black. Yeah, we're gonna go with blue black. This is Lamy Crystal Benotoite next to Andrelium Indigo Bunting Blue, Sailor Manyo Haha, Colorverse Cotton Blue, Tasha Jeans Light Washed, Lamy Blue, Cross Blue, Sailor Manyo Nadeshiko, Krishna Primary Blue, Aurora Blue, Diatramentus Black Blue, Schaefer Script Royal Blue. These could be twins. Califolio Oliphant. These are also very similar. Freddy's Vintage Blue Black. Sailor Saboko Pigmented Deep Blue. These are similar. Bond Verdigris. Nemesine Blue Snowball Nebula Twinkle. Robert Oster Thunderstorm. Tasha Jeans Dark Washed. Colorverse Alpha and Lamy. Oh, that's that one. See, there, when you write it with a different pen, you will get a different shade of ink. So, that was done with a finer nib, and this was done with a very wet nib. So you could have two totally different colors using the same ink. It just goes to show you that and last but not least, Noodler's 54th Massachusetts. I'm trying to make sure not to say Massachusetts. Alright, and then we have Birmingham Pen Company Sterling Silver, Diamine Prussian Blue, Diatramentus Fog Gray, Califolio Oliphant, Robert Oster Velvet Storm, Diamine Earl Grey, Diamine Twilight, Diamine Ash, Diamine Tempest, Pencil Lead, Andrillium Shoebill Stork Grey, and Robert Oster Australian Opal Grey. Well, what did you guys think of today's ink? Are you guys looking for a blue, grayish blue, blue-black looking ink? Let me know in the comment section below. That is all for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed that one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe. Ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all, so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. And I will be back very soon with another video. So take care until then. And thank you so much for telling me that my writing is beautiful. And hi Trisha, how are you doing today? Are you having a nice day? I love Pay as Gray in the reminds me of it. Honey, you need to use better sentences. Maybe I'm not reading this correctly. I pay S. Gray in the reminds me of it. Stop that yawning. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I like to yawn. That's my favorite thing to do. Alright, we'll see you all a little bit later. I am going to watch Andy B. And if you guys are not familiar with Andy B, I will leave her link in the doobly-doo and you can come and hang out with us on Twitch. That's twitch.com. No, sorry, twitch.tv. Oh, God. Alright, so that's all for today. We will talk to you very soon. Andy B, if you want to put your link in the chat or in the comment section below, so we can come and hang out with you. Thank you all for watching, and I will be back very soon with another video. So take care until then. Okay, love you, bye. Have a great day.